Well, hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm Kathy and this is my channel Persevering Daily, and today I thought we would make some meatball soup. And so I don't really work a lot from recipes, and so I went to Aldi's earlier and I got a lot of different groceries, and I'm just going to kind of put them all together as we go throughout the week. And so I had this idea today for kind of a soup using some of the things that I bought. So let me show you what I got. Okay, so I bought these Italian style meatballs. I've bought these before and I think they're really good. They're in the frozen section at Aldi's. And then I already had these wide egg noodles, and so I'm gonna use these up. I already had this in the pantry, just some diced tomatoes, Great Value brand. These I bought today. It's a 3-bean salad, and I'm gonna actually throw these in the soup. Vegetable broth, which I already had, and then some potatoes, which I already had, and carrots, which I already had also. So really, the only thing that's going in here that I got today would be the 3-bean salad and some meatballs. So what I'm gonna do to make this soup today, I've got a big pot here. You can make this in the crock pot, I'm sure, but it is already almost 5 o'clock, so I'm just gonna kind of start throwing stuff in here so it will cook a little faster. And I'm gonna use this vegetable broth, so I'm just gonna heat that up first. And I'm going to dice up potatoes and some carrots, and I'm just gonna kind of throw all of that with the broth and the tomatoes together. I'm gonna let that kind of cook for a little bit to where the potatoes and the carrots soften. And these meatballs are already pre-cooked, so all they have to do is heat, and really same with this. So these things will go in, you know, I guess around the last 30 minutes or so of cooking this soup, because all of this actually has to cook. This just has to heat. Okay, well, this is not the exciting part. This is just where I'm chopping up carrots and potatoes. So I will probably speed up this part because you've all seen how to cut carrots and potatoes, and I'm not an expert at chopping skills anyway. So I'm just gonna show you that that's what I'm gonna be doing. And while that's happening, I'm gonna be heating up the vegetable broth. I'll go ahead and get that going a little bit and then throw all that together. Okay, so I've already put the broth and the diced tomatoes and the 3-bean salad into the pot, and it's not going to be nearly enough liquid for this, so I'm probably going to add some water, and we'll see what else I need to add, but definitely I'm going to have to add some more liquid to this because that's not going to be enough for this many potatoes and carrots. Okay, well here is how it looks so far. And I didn't add any more liquid, and actually this might almost be enough liquid after all. I'm probably gonna just put some water in this one can and just add 1 can of water, and I think that'll be enough. I think it does need maybe a little bit more, just because I'm gonna have to put these egg noodles in at, you know, at some point towards the end too, and I want there to be enough water for that. So I'm gonna let this simmer so it can soften the potatoes and the carrots. And I did cut them up in kind of big chunks so that it's almost like a country style, just with the big healthy chunks. And as long as they're all about the same size, it should still cook it all pretty evenly. So now I'm just gonna kind of leave that alone for a little bit and let it come to a boil and cook the potatoes and the carrots. And then I will show you what I'm gonna do to add the next ingredients. Well, while that broth and everything is cooking, I'm coming out here to my garden, and I am going to pick some of this out of control spinach and lettuce. Look at this, y'all. I'm good at growing lettuce, apparently. Lettuce and spinach. I kill lots of other stuff, but apparently I'm good at that. Okay, so I'm gonna cut off, or I'm just gonna pull a little bit of this spinach, a little bit of this lettuce, and then we'll have that with that soup tonight. So let's see. Wow, there's just so many spinach leaves that look really good. I like the smaller ones. They're really tender, but I'm gonna need to pick some of these bigger ones too. Kind of have a mixture. This is really kind of a cool feeling to know that we're gonna eat something that we grew. Somebody's barbecuing out here too, so I smell it. It smells really good. I'm not even really hungry right now, but barbecue always, or grilling, I don't know if it's barbecue, but grilling always smells good, whether you're hungry or not, right? This is that purple kale. Maybe I'll get some of that and throw that in that soup too. Let me try it. I've never had it. Pick a couple of pieces of it. Get one of the bigger ones. Since I'm gonna cook it, then if it's tough, it won't matter because it'll tender up in the soup. Okay, and I'm gonna get some of this lettuce. Wow, this stuff looks so good, y'all. I need to get like just a little pair of scissors that I only use for this. Start using it to come out here and cut these lettuce leaves instead of just yanking it up like some kind of a cave person, whatever. Like I'm out hunting and gathering in the forest or something. I could act like I'm a little more civilized and use a pair of scissors, right? Oh gosh, there's more than one variety you can see. Here's just the green, and then this, I don't even remember what all I planted, y'all. This is kind of like a romaine, I guess. It's got the little red leaves. But it will be good. I got 3 little tiny strawberries this morning too. So that's pretty cool. Actually, and I got a blueberry earlier today too from this little bush here. You can see I've got some more, but I had one that actually had turned blue. So I picked it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with one blueberry, but hey, it's one blueberry. Got some tomatoes, look at that, see? Now I just have to keep the birds from attacking them, getting them. All right, so I'm gonna take these wonderful greens in here and clean them up so that we can have them with our dinner tonight. Okay, so I added the kale, that purple kale that I picked. I just added that into this soup. And so there that is, that's cooking. And kale is, you know, it's real tough and kind of, I I don't even know how to put it. It's tough. And so you kind of have to either cook it, or if you're going to put it in just like a salad, you have to put it with some kind of a, I've seen people like use like smashed up avocado and you kind of crunch it all together, and that seems to kind of tenderize some of the texture to it, but I'm cooking it. And then here's all the rest of these greens, and I spared y'all watching the washing of this because y'all, between my husband being OCD and me being terrified I'm gonna eat a bug, I washed this stuff more than any human should be allowed to wash anything. So if anything survived that washing, it deserves to make it to our digestive systems. So that's all clean. And here are my 3 strawberries that I picked earlier. This one got pretty good size, so I'm pretty proud of it. Those grapes I didn't grow, obviously. Those were just some grapes I had left over, and I washed them and just put them together with that. Okay, so this is cooking up. I'm gonna let it boil and continue to soften the potatoes and carrots. And then once that's done, I'm gonna add the rest of these ingredients, the noodles and the meatballs, and let that kind of all work together, and then it will be pretty much ready. Well, I thought while the soup is cooking, I would come and sit out on the back porch because it's really nice today. This evening the rain is gone and it is warm and sunny, and there's just some fluffy puffy clouds up in the sky right now. It's just very nice. Everything's really green from all of the rain that we got, so it's very pretty. And so I just brought Josie out here to kind of play out in the backyard for a little while. And I love sitting out here and just kind of listening to the sounds of the birds and stuff, and what a perfect afternoon for that. So I hope you guys are all having a good Sunday. Mine was very busy. I got up, well actually I spent all day yesterday cleaning my house. It had been neglected all week. It was horrible, y'all. It was horrible. And my car is still kind of horrible, but I did at least clean out the front seat, but I got stuff kind of all in the back seat. I need to work on that. And so I cleaned all day yesterday so that I could do some other things today. So I got up early, went to Aldi's, and I got a lot of things that we were out of. I had been working through my pantry, and we were down to the bare minimums, you know, other than my stockpile, and I really didn't want to go into my stockpile. So I went and got a lot of things like some frozen turkey burger patties. I got that. I got some regular frozen hamburger patties. So I do different things with those. It's not just burgers. I can, you know, kind of make little, oh, I don't even know what you call them. Just like little steaks with those, you know, just cook them with some vegetables, whatever, and treat it like a steak, even though it's hamburger meat. So I did that and got, you know, just some other things that we needed. And then took my mom out to lunch, and you know, she is really struggling memory-wise right now, so she does appreciate being able to get out. And we had a nice lunch. We went to a cafeteria because she likes to do that, because she loves just kind of home cooking type stuff, and she likes to choose vegetables and things. And so we did that. And then I just spent about, after we got back, I spent about an hour just kind of hanging out with her. And then I just got home a little while ago and started my dinner going, even though, you know, I won't be ready for dinner for a little while, but I like to let it kind of simmer. And it's the kind of thing that can do that on the stovetop, so that's what I'm doing now. And just kind of sitting out here enjoying this nice weather and quiet. And so in a little bit, I'll go in there and finish that up. And then I do have some schoolwork I need to do. I need to work on some lesson plans and grade some things and maybe send some emails and things. So I got plenty more to do tonight before bedtime. The days just get by me so quickly, y'all. I know it does for all of us. I mean, I remember back to when my life consisted of having little kids, and boy, the days went by fast then too. But it seems like no matter what phase of life you're in, time does not slow down, regardless of what you're doing in life. So, but summer's almost here, and I love summer. I have another month of school. Our last day is the 27th, and then I'll be out for the summer. And I do a lot of things that involve school during the summer, but it is still nice to not have to be somewhere at a certain time every single day. That does help. During the summer, I always catch up on a lot of projects that I can't do during the school year, and I schedule a lot of doctor's appointments, you know, annual type of doctor's appointments, vet appointments, any type of house maintenance, people that have to come. That becomes my full-time job then. And also the summer is when I usually spend time shopping around if I'm thinking about switching, like car insurance, things like that, to try to get better deals. Uh-oh, Josie heard a dog barking. She's fixing to take off after her, I'm sure. So you'll hear it going down over here in a minute. So summers are busy, but I like them because there's not a set schedule every single day. So that'll be good. The last month of school is always very hectic though, because we have a lot of testing and a lot of year-end paperwork that we have to do. Plus, I never feel like I've gotten all the kids to where they need to be, so I'm trying to get, you know, hit it hard that last month, my last month with them, do as much as I can to get them as far along as I can. It's just never enough time. It's just never enough. So, tell me if you guys kind of have that same issue. Like I said, I don't think it matters what phase of life you're in. It seems like that's universal. Never enough time. So I'm just gonna kind of sit out here and enjoy this a little bit more with my chimes and this nice little breeze and a barking dog. And then I'll go in and finish up the soup and show y'all what it looks like. Well, there it is. That's what it looks like now that it's got everything cooked down. And I'm going to dish some out into a bowl. And then here is my salad with all my greens. And I got this guacamole ranch dressing at Aldi's today, and I think that sounds really good. So I'm going to have that on the salad. So let me dish this up. All right, y'all. Well, I think it turned out pretty good. I actually, at the last minute, in the refrigerator, I had some leftover Brussels sprouts, maybe about 5 Brussels sprouts with some butter that we had left over from dinner a couple of nights ago, and I threw those in there too. So it makes a really hearty soup, and we will have enough here for a few nights, maybe some lunches and dinners. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all the rest of this served up, and that is that. Well, I hope that you liked that kind of thrown together recipe. Like I said, it's not a real recipe. It's just kind of, I took a bunch of stuff and put it together and turned it into something. So that's kind of how I cook. I use recipes sometimes, but a lot of times I just take what I've got and see what can I do with it. So got a little creative tonight, and it worked because it put something together pretty quick. All right, guys, thank you for joining me, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a wonderful week. Bye.